Hey guys, welcome back to the Tone Show. So have you been paying attention to social media around Terrifier 3? There has been some reports about people getting queasy or fainting during screenings. So I was like, where's this coming from? But I was on YouTube today. I was checking out a video from Spooky Astronaut. She's from Australia. And she does these reviews where basically she drives to the review and she takes you along with her. It's like, come with me type of review. And in her review today, she uploaded about Terrifier 3. Apparently it's out in Australia already. She said that she not only witnessed one, but two people who actually got like ill during the screening, I guess the gory scenes, and they tried to like leave the theater. And in the process of leaving the theater, they either fainted halfway through or they stumbled and tripped and they got injured. She actually went and helped these people. And she said also in her review that not only she also heard about these people, people fainting and stuff, but she never witnessed it herself. And it was ironic because here she is doing her review. She went to see the movie and she actually witnessed people get injured and fainted and actually ended up helping out. I'm gonna link to her video down there so you guys can check it out for yourself. I think you should check out her review. I enjoy her channel. But that was kind of crazy because here is someone who I actually watch and she's like, look, this actually happened in my screening. Now, I've been to a lot of movies at my age, right? I'm 44. I've seen a lot of movies. I've never seen anybody faint. I've seen plenty of people get into the fights and arguments about people kicking people's seats or people talking in the last 10 years, people on their phones like that I've seen. Watching her video, I was like, wow, that's really happening again. And I say again because if you look back, this isn't the first time in cinema, especially in horror, that we've heard of people fainting or passing out. I remember there was a really tragic case when the Passion of the Christ came out, which is not a horror movie by any extent. It was a story about a woman who actually passed away during the screenings. Like, she got ill. That happened. If you go further back, you'll see that in the 70s when the original Exorcist came out, there was whole theaters full of people who would faint and get sick. Like, if you go on YouTube right here, you can actually find links to videos of people giving their reactions of The Exorcist. Like, they even tried banning the movie because they thought it caused like actual like mental disturbances in people who saw the movie who were really faithful. Like, that's how serious it could get. So Terrifier is in a long list of movies, maybe a short list of movies that this has happened. And if you even go to Damien Leon's Twitter, that's the creator and the filmmaker who created Terrifier 3. I went on his Twitter right before recording this. I was just curious to see if there's any other reports, and he actually also tweeted about this specific creator, Spooky Astronauts, about her video and her experience, because people basically looks like they were telling him that this was BS, that it was happening, but here he has some proof also. And if you also check on his Twitter, if you go a little bit further up, you'll see his pinned tweet is him saying that people puking and passing out is actually happening. And this was for not Terrifier 3, but for actually Terrifier 2. So this is something that's been happening in the Terrifier history, that the movie got a reputation for this, or making people physically ill. Like, that's how gory the movie is. Now, the movie hasn't been released here in America. It's like right now it's October 3rd or 4th when I'm recording this. I don't even know what day it is. I'm a little under the weather. But it comes out on October 11th, unless you're at that festival, Fantastic Fest, most people haven't seen the movie. So all we really have to go on is what people on social media are saying, the people who've seen it early and release reviews. Or the Rotten Tomato score right now is very bare. We're talking about 16 people, and it's already 80% fresh, right? So not that anybody who really isn't Terrifier is going to watch Rotten Tomatoes, and regardless of what Rotten Tomatoes says, people are going to go watch the movie. I don't think that's so. I don't think the Rotten Tomato score is going to have any impact on me, but just saying, like, how would you gauge the movie? And the fact that people are actually passing out, it tells you it's going to be a pretty strong movie. So I definitely think more people are going to be inclined now to go watch the movie. Like, this is like, I don't call it word of mouth, it's fainting word of mouth, right? Also, just to go back, Spooky Astronauts, the YouTuber, she did say that she did help those people, and those people were fine, if you're just wondering. So I'm glad those people are fine as well, who were in her theater. But definitely means that Terrifier 3 is very gory, to say the least, and I would expect that it has a strong performance, hopefully, this October. You only really have two films coming out this October, Terrifier 3 and Smile 2, which are like the big horror movies coming out. Excuse me, any other horror movie if I forgot you. But those are the two big movies, and Terrifier 3 being independent, like, I think when a movie like this comes out, it does well. It basically lifts all independent boats, so I think the whole genre does well. So I'm hoping the movie does well. I'm hoping Smile 2 does well. Like, remember when Hostel came out? Like, that was a very strong movie. I think that before Terrifier, that was like the movie that I was like, wow, this movie's really strong. Like, some people got physically sick watching Hostel. I think Terrifier 3 is probably gonna be in line with those. So what do you think? Are you gonna be more likely to watch it now that you know this? Or you might be watching this at home, but you think it's more safer, so you have a nice couch, to fall on. Anyway, put in the comments, let me know what you think. Movies are making people puke and faint again. This is the Tone Show. Tone Show.
Out.